We know more about Mars than our own ocean floors, but what about the mysteries on land? Scattered across the planet are artifacts and structures that defy logic, built by unknown hands without metal or writing, yet undeniably real. What are these baffling objects, and who made them? Discover 18 true mysteries that science still can't explain. The Voynich Manuscript, kept under glass at Yale, puzzles codebreakers worldwide. Discovered in the early 1900s, it has hundreds of pages filled with unknown symbols. Its strange illustrations show unreal plants, unmatched star charts, and unknown biological diagrams. The writing looks like a real language with clear patterns, but no one has ever translated a word. Experts, including US military codebreakers, professional cryptographers, and advanced AI, have all failed to decode it. The text is not random gibberish, but purposeful and structured. Some think it comes from a lost civilization. Others call it a medieval prank, but the manuscript's consistency disproves this. The most chilling idea is that it holds knowledge from an unknown source. In 1901, Greek sponge divers found the wreck of an ancient Roman ship near Antikythera. Among common artifacts, they discovered a strange bronze device with intricate gears. This was the Antikythera Mechanism, built around 100 BCE, and the world's first analog computer. It tracked celestial movements, predicted eclipses, and mapped planetary cycles with incredible precision. Such mechanical skill wouldn't reappear until medieval Europe, over 1,000 years later. This discovery challenges our understanding of ancient technology. It's like finding a smartphone in a medieval ruin. The real mystery is who built it, what else they made, and why this advanced knowledge was lost for so long. Do you believe the knowledge to build such complex devices was deliberately hidden or simply lost over time? Comment and chat with me. Just as we begin to unravel this ancient mystery, something far stranger awaits beneath the dark waters of the Baltic Sea. In 2011, a Swedish diving crew found a mysterious circular object on the Baltic Sea floor during routine sonar scans. The object, about 60 meters wide, had sharp angles, a ramp, and step-like formations, giving it an almost artificial look. At first, the team thought it might be an experimental aircraft wreck. When divers investigated, their equipment malfunctioned, underwater lights flickered, radios lost signal, and compasses spun wildly. Some divers felt sick, one even lost consciousness. The surrounding water seemed strangely muted, as if the object affected the environment itself. Marine geologists suggest it could be a natural rock formation from glacial activity. However, this doesn't explain the electronic interference or its perfect geometric shape, which are unlike any known geological phenomena. Over more than 10 years, the Baltic Sea Anomaly has remained unexplored and unexplained. Attempts to study it have been hindered by equipment failures and odd effects on both technology and divers, leaving its true nature a mystery. High in Peru's Andes near Cusco stands Sacsayhuamán, an engineering marvel. Massive stones, some over 200 tons, fit together with incredible precision, so tight you can't slide a razor blade between them. There is no mortar, just perfectly shaped rock blocks forming a complex three-dimensional puzzle. The Inca builders had no iron tools, wheels, or written language, yet they crafted a structure that survived centuries of powerful earthquakes that destroyed nearby colonial buildings. Modern engineers say replicating this precision would be difficult even with today's technology. The stones were quarried miles away, transported over rugged terrain, and shaped with tolerances of fractions of a millimeter. Each stone is unique and fits perfectly with its neighbors, resisting frequent seismic activity while modern buildings need constant repair. Some believe the Inca had advanced engineering knowledge lost to history. Others think they used unknown tools or inherited wisdom from an earlier civilization, with technology we are just beginning to grasp. How could the Incas move and assemble stone blocks weighing over 200 tons with such precision? Next, a mysterious strange crater in Siberia challenges all our understanding of natural phenomena. What secrets does it hold? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. It helps support the channel, and I'm excited to continue bringing you more great content. Deep in eastern Siberia lies the Patomskiy Crater, or the Fire Eagle's Nest, a cone-shaped mound over 130 feet tall. At its top is a smooth dome surrounded by limestone debris, hinting at an explosive event. Yet the region has no volcanoes, no asteroid impacts, and no known geological process to explain this strange formation. The ground shows signs of extreme heat and pressure, but there's no traditional crater, just this odd hill. The crater also disrupts electronics. Compasses spin wildly, GPS fails, and devices malfunction nearby. The local environment reacts strangely. Trees twist away, Birds won't nest, large animals avoid it, and insects create eerie silence, forming a dead zone in the wilderness. Scientific teams face many challenges studying the site. Equipment breaks down, and researchers report nausea, headaches, and a deep sense of dread near the crater. Samples reveal unusual minerals and signs of extreme heat, yet no clear origin. Local legends call it cursed, warning to leave it alone. Given the strange effects and setbacks in research, these warnings seem hard to ignore. In western China's deserts near an ancient salt lake stands Mount Baigong, where dozens of metal pipes protrude from the rock face. These pipes are not random debris or natural minerals but clearly engineered, forming part of a larger system. Some extend deep into the mountain, others reach the dried lake bed, varying from pencil-thin tubes to large conduits a person could crawl through. Radiocarbon dating revealed the pipes are over 150,000 years old, long before human civilization existed, when ancestors still made simple stone tools. Metallurgical analysis found a complex alloy of iron, silicon dioxide and calcium oxide, with evidence of high-temperature welding beyond prehistoric skills. The Chinese government's official explanation is that fossilized tree roots absorb metallic minerals, but this theory fails since roots don't grow in perfect cylinders, form T-joints, or show welding signs. Some researchers suggest the pipes are relics of a lost advanced civilization or evidence of non-human intelligence visiting Earth. Conservative scientists believe an undiscovered natural explanation exists, but after decades, no convincing theory has emerged, leaving the Baigong pipes an enduring mystery. Across Europe from Scotland to France and Germany, ancient hilltop fortresses show a strange and unexplained feature. Parts of their stone walls turn to glass. This vitrification required temperatures over 1,000 degrees Celsius, enough to melt and fuse rock far beyond what the Celtic builders 700 to 300 BCE could achieve with their bronze and iron tools. Scotland alone has over 60 such vitrified forts, first noted by John Williams in 1777. Despite centuries of study, no one understands how these walls were melted. The idea of raging fires from attacks fails because wood fires can't sustain such extreme heat evenly across large walls. The vitrified areas follow architectural lines, suggesting the effect was deliberate, not accidental. Some researchers believe these ancient builders knew advanced metallurgy or chemistry to fuse stone walls, making them stronger. This possibility is puzzling because such knowledge is absent elsewhere in their culture. If these people had such technology, why is there no other evidence? Why did this knowledge vanish for over 2,000 years? The vitrified fortresses remain one of Europe's greatest archaeological mysteries. Deep in the Altai Mountains stands Ehrlich's Gate, a perfectly shaped doorway carved into solid rock. Measuring about 8 feet tall and 4 feet wide, it has smooth, straight edges that contrast with the weathered surrounding rock. The gateway appears protected from erosion, maintaining sharp geometric precision. Local legends say Ehrlich's Gate was a portal used by a mythical dwarf ruler to move between worlds, reflecting a belief in its supernatural nature. Despite frequent seismic activity in the region, the structure remains intact without damage. Geologists suggest it might result from erosion by water or wind, but this doesn't explain its precision or why similar formations don't exist nearby. The gateway's position also frames a specific landscape view, hinting at possible astronomical or ceremonial use. Without more archaeology, however, its true purpose remains a mystery. Pre-Columbian Mexican civilizations created intricate sculptures from obsidian, a brittle volcanic glass that is very hard to work with. Despite the material's fragility, ancient artisans mastered it, making objects of stunning complexity and precision. Some sculptures resemble modern technology, such as cylindrical pieces like industrial spools with perfect holes and smooth surfaces, and flat discs similar to compact discs. Creating such shapes is extremely difficult, because obsidian fractures unpredictably. A single mistake can ruin days of work. Yet ancient craftsmen achieved tolerances challenging even for modern tools. The methods used remain unknown. Modern attempts with traditional tools often fail, with rough replicas taking skilled artisans weeks to complete, but still lack the finish of the originals. Interestingly, these objects don't seem practical. Unlike obsidian tools used as weapons or cutters, these sculptures are fragile and too precise for decoration or architecture. Some believe they had religious or ceremonial importance, symbolizing ideas or technologies meaningful to these cultures. Others speculate they hint at contact with advanced civilizations, perhaps even non-terrestrial. The true purpose of these remarkable artifacts remains a mystery. A mysterious clay tablet found on a remote U.S. coastline has sparked debates among archaeologists, Lovecraft fans, and conspiracy theorists. The tablet depicts a creature strikingly similar to Cthulhu, the cosmic being from H.P. Lovecraft's 1928 story. At first, many thought it was a modern hoax by a fan, given the creature's tentacled face and winged body matched Lovecraft's description. Creating such a fake wouldn't be hard due to Cthulhu's popularity. But initial analysis suggests the clay and carving techniques are much older, possibly centuries or even millennia before Lovecraft's time. The wear and aging appear genuine, unlike modern fakes. This raises the possibility that Lovecraft's idea wasn't pure invention, but was inspired by ancient images or texts he encountered. He was well read in myths and obscure history, so he may have come across similar depictions in forgotten sources. The tablet was found in an area known for unusual tides and mysterious local legends. Some researchers see links between the tablet's image and nearby Native American petroglyphs, hinting at indigenous mythologies predating European colonization. Without precise dating or provenance, the Cthulhu tablet remains a mystery. It could reveal ancient myths that influenced modern fiction, be a striking coincidence, or an elaborate hoax blurring fact and legend. What do you think is more thrilling, finding ancient proof of cosmic horror, or unraveling an elaborate modern conspiracy? Comment and chat with me. On the island of Sardinia, Italy, archaeologists discovered the giants of Monte Prama, massive stone sculptures over 8 feet tall with features unlike any other ancient Mediterranean art. Found in 1974 near Cabras, they were arranged around burial sites, likely serving as tomb guardians. The statues have large disc-shaped eyes, giving them an alien look absent in Greek, Roman, or Etruscan sculptures. This suggests a unique artistic tradition from the Nuragic civilization, which thrived on Sardinia between 1800 and 240 BCE. The Nuragic people built impressive stone nuraghi, but left few records, and much was lost after the Roman conquest. The giants lacked gender traits and arms, unusual for ancient sculpture, blending human and other worldly forms. Creating these huge figures required advanced craftsmanship and organization to quarry and move multi-ton stones. This suggests that the Nuragic culture possessed more sophisticated engineering skills than previously believed, deepening the mystery surrounding these enigmatic sculptures. In 1983, archaeologists at Ain Ghazal in Jordan uncovered plaster sculptures over 8,000 years old, among the earliest large human representations ever found. Buried near ancient temples, these humanoid figures are abstract, lacking arms and clear gender traits, but have strikingly lifelike eyes outlined in dark material. The statues vary in size from 2 to over 6 feet, suggesting different roles or ceremonies. Their artistic sophistication is surprising for the Neolithic period, when agriculture and settlements were just developing. Such expressive and proportionally accurate figures challenge our understanding of early human culture. The faces don't represent any specific ethnicity but seem to show idealized human forms with unique personalities. The creator's civilization vanished long ago without written records or clear descendants. These statues remain silent witnesses to a sophisticated culture that thrived at humanity's dawn and then disappeared into prehistory. Near Peru's famous Nazca Lines lies the lesser-known Palpa Pampa geoglyphs discovered in the 1990s by Swiss researcher Erich von Däniken. Unlike the simpler Nazca shapes, Palpa Pampa features over a dozen detailed human figures wearing feathered crowns and battle helmets. Its standout design, Estrella, is a giant star paired with an intricate sundial. At the sundial's center is a double helix, possibly once part of a labyrinth, surrounded by crisscrossing bands thought to track the sun's movement and measure time with great accuracy. Creating such a sundial required deep astronomical knowledge, including sun movements and seasonal changes, highlighting advanced math and science skills for pre-Columbian cultures. Like the Nazca Lines, Palpa Pampa's large-scale drawings can only be fully appreciated from the air, raising questions about how ancient people made precise, large designs without aerial views. The straight lines and accurate proportions over hundreds of meters would challenge modern surveying techniques. Some believe these geoglyphs served as calendars for agriculture. Others see religious or ceremonial roles, such as ritual pathways or sacred markers. A striking theory suggests they were meant to be seen from above, hinting either at lost flight technology or messages for aerial observers. Their preservation is impressive despite harsh desert conditions, aided by the dry climate and techniques chosen for durability, keeping these enigmatic ground drawings intact for centuries. Deep in the Sahara Desert's Tinare region, known as the place that contains nothing, are some of the world's most impressive ancient rock carvings. The Dabous Giraffes, massive petroglyphs of 2 giraffes, are the largest animal carvings ever found. The taller giraffe stands about 18 feet tall, detailed with skill that shows deep knowledge of giraffe anatomy. Surrounding the giraffes are over 800 carvings of animals like lions, camels, buffalo, and ostriches, depicting a rich ecosystem from a time when the Sahara was green and full of life. A curious feature is lines extending from the giraffes' mouths to small human figures below. Scholars debate whether these lines represent ropes, suggesting ancient humans may have domesticated giraffes, similar to horses or camels. While giraffe domestication sounds unlikely, ancient Egyptian art and accounts show giraffes kept as exotic pets, indicating some human-giraffe interaction. The petroglyphs are estimated to be between 6,000 and 8,000 years old, created during the Sahara's final shift from grassland to desert. The artists captured a vanishing world as climate change turned their green homeland into a barren desert. These carvings have survived due to the desert air and lack of vegetation, but remain exposed to sandstorms and rare flash floods, threats that still endanger this remarkable ancient art. Don't miss out on future deep dives into history's greatest secrets. Subscribe now and join our community of mystery hunters. The ancient Minoan civilization left behind massive ceremonial bronze axes found in Nauru's Megaron, dating between 1700 and 1300 BCE. These axes are far too heavy and large, some over 6 feet long and weighing hundreds of pounds, for any normal human to use in battle. Crafted with intricate decoration and advanced metallurgical skill, these axes require great time and expertise to make. Most likely they were ceremonial objects symbolizing power or religious authority, similar to oversized ritual items in other ancient cultures. Their impractical size has sparked other theories, including a race of giants living alongside normal humans, though this lacks solid evidence. Another idea is that axes were meant for several people to hold and use together in coordinated ceremonies, though this would be difficult to do safely. Decorations feature complex geometric patterns and symbols linked to Minoan religious beliefs. The Minoans remain mysterious, known for grand palaces, art, and maritime trade, but their written language, Linear A, remains undeciphered. Much of what we know about them comes from archaeology, not direct records, keeping many questions unanswered. In 2018, archaeologists near the Great Pyramid of Giza discovered 24 massive granite boxes buried deep in hillside caves south of the pyramid. Each weighs over 100 tons and displays geometric precision unmatched by known ancient Egyptian tools. These aren't rough containers, but highly precise structures with flat surfaces, accurate to microns and perfectly angled corners, rivaling modern manufacturing. Made from hard Aswan granite, crafting them would have required advanced cutting tools and measuring devices, far beyond copper tools and stone hammers available at the time. Moving and placing these enormous boxes inside narrow cave passages is another puzzle. Each box weighs as much as a modern battle tank, yet they were positioned with exactness underground, a task difficult even with today's technology. The site, called the Serapeum of Saqqara, links to worship of sacred Apis bulls, suggesting these boxes may have held the animal's remains. However, their extreme precision seems excessive for simple sarcophagi. Some theorize the boxes had a lost technological purpose. Their airtightness and exact dimensions hint they might have contained specific contents tied to unknown religious or scientific practices. Hieroglyphs on some boxes appear to be later additions, likely graffiti, adding little to understanding their origin or function. The true purpose of these extraordinary granite boxes remains a mystery. The Monolith of Tlaloc, a massive stone sculpture representing the Aztec rain god, stands in Mexico City after being moved there in the 1960s. Originally found near Coatlinchan in the late 19th century, the unfinished sculpture was likely meant to bring rain for crops, but its original creators never completed it, possibly for unknown reasons. When the monolith was transported to Mexico City in 1963, a huge rainstorm hit shortly after its installation. This out-of-season storm lasted an entire week with unprecedented intensity, leading many to link it to the arrival of Tlaloc's statue. Tlaloc worship included rituals that sometimes involved human offerings, believed to encourage rainfall. Ritual sites were often connected to unusual weather and atmospheric events. Since then, the monolith has been tied to unexpected storms whenever maintenance or activity happens nearby, a pattern noticeable enough to intrigue skeptics. The statue's unfinished state adds mystery. Ancient creators might have stopped to avoid uncontrolled powers. The immediate weather changes after its modern move suggest the ancient forces associated with Tlaloc might still be influential today. The Longyou Caves in China are a vast complex of artificial chambers carved from solid rock over 2,200 years ago. The caves include tunnels and passages that took decades and hundreds of workers to create. What puzzles experts most is the complete lack of historical records explaining who built them, why, or how they were used. The caves show remarkable precision, with smooth walls, symmetrical chambers, and perfectly angled corners, indicating advanced planning and craftsmanship. This level of skill over such a large underground space implies a highly organized effort. The walls feature intricate carvings and symbols resembling writing, but these markings don't match any known language or script from ancient China or elsewhere. Though they show repeated patterns suggesting grammar, their meaning remains unknown. No legends or cultural memories explain the cave's purpose, leading to various theories. Some believe they served as underground cities for protection during wars or disasters. Others think they were religious sites tied to lost spiritual traditions. The most fascinating idea is that an unknown ancient civilization built the caves but disappeared without a trace. These 18 mysteries are just a small part of the unexplained discoveries puzzling scientists and archaeologists worldwide. They challenge what we know about human history, ancient skills, and civilization's development. These mysteries aren't based on speculation, they involve real, studied objects and structures that defy explanation despite extensive research. They reveal gaps in our historical knowledge and suggest ancient peoples may have possessed advanced technologies or knowledge we don't yet understand. Researchers use new tools like ground-penetrating radar, advanced dating, computer modeling, and AI to uncover these secrets. Until answers emerge, these mysteries remind us that history is more complex and surprising than we imagine. Each discovery raises more questions and possibilities, showing human civilization's story is far from complete. What do you think about these puzzles? Share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more videos exploring the unknown. More mysteries await discovery, and future videos will delve deeper into what science can't yet explain. Thanks for watching. See you next time as we explore even more of the world's unsolved enigmas. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.